We're going to talk a little bit about energy conservation. There's quite a few different ways that we as HVAC technicians can help conserve energy. And this is just a diagram of a energy recovery ventilator. It's called an ERV. And there's also a heat recovery ventilator called an HRV. And these are just used to improve the indoor air quality and save energy at the same time. So it's just one of those things as an HVAC technician, one of the things is to be sensitive to the environment, and one of those ways is to help save energy and to save your customers some money. But the purpose of this lesson is to talk about the LEED program. Now, you may have heard about LEED. Your company may or may not participate in LEED building practices, but you need to be familiar with this, especially when in the construction industry and being an HVAC technician. It's part of what you need to know. So LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, and it's the U.S. Green Building Council who has developed and implements the program. Now, this is a voluntary program that encourages contractors and architects and building owners to adopt the sustainable construction standards. And there's a couple different areas, several different areas that there's a LEED rating system on. Now, I have to tell you, LEED in and of itself could be a whole 6-month course. So this is just going to be a quick broad brush overview to get you familiar. So one of the areas that's rated is the site sustainable? And that means building the site with the least amount of environmental impact, keeping it close to urban areas so people can get to it without using tons of fuel. Is it near public transportation, once again, to make it easily available to people without driving their cars and clogging up the freeways, and things like storm water management as well. Also, part of the LEED rating system is water efficiency. So they look at outdoor water use and irrigation. So do you have plants that don't require irrigation at all, native plants? Or if you have plants, do you minimize and regulate the irrigation water use? The other thing is indoor water use is high efficiency filters, low flush toilets, the no water urinals and such are part of the water efficiency rating system. And then metering and reporting. So this would be voluntarily having meters put on the different parts of the building, be it irrigation or whatever water system, and then monitoring, metering, and reporting water uses, and then adjusting accordingly. Okay, and the other part is energy and atmosphere. And this would be HVAC equipment set points, indoor air quality. Now this is where we come in, fresh air and so forth. Do the systems have a PM plan to keep the filters clean and the systems operating as efficiently as possible? And refrigeration management, which means making sure that if you're doing any type of recovery or changing of equipment, that you properly recover them and that you are using the EPA approved refrigerants as well. The other one is material and resources, and that encompasses things like collection, storage, and disposal of recyclables, waste management planning, and that means waste management meaning are you going to recycle your paper, and so forth, shred your paper, and how are you going to get rid of the waste should you be a manufacturer. Do you use salvaged and recycled materials in the building process when you're building a new building or when you're remodeling a building? And also indoor environmental quality. Here's where we come in as well, and that's indoor air quality, fresh air, tobacco smoke control, green cleaning. Now we don't come into that, but there are green evaporator type cleaning compounds that we can use, and comfort and air quality management reporting, and that's where you have a building management system that monitors temperatures, humidity, carbon dioxide, and so forth in the building, and managing and reporting accordingly. All right, so that is the LEED rating system. Oh, then the last one is the innovation and design, and that's using local materials. And if you do some research, it's like, oh, you use landscaping materials that come from local. You don't have boulders shipped from Canada to put in your front in the front for your landscaping. And they make recommendations like in a huge institutional building to put the chilled water tank underground underneath the building to preserve the open space and not disrupt the environment as well. All right, so that's the end of this lesson. You just need to be familiar with LEED and what it is. There's tons of resources on the internet if you're interested in doing so. If you are a LEED company, I would get with your manager who is in charge of LEED if you want to know more. I'm certain that you'll have classes and briefings on that should you be involved with a LEED type project.